Unit 2. Cards. Banker John Biggins introduced the first bank card, Charge It, in Brooklyn, USA. Customer when used. The Charge It card at any merchant, the charge was forwarded to Biggins Bank, which reimbursed the merchant and retrieved the payment from the customer from their account. Types of cards: debit card, credit card, ATM card, prepaid card, stored value card, charge card, and virtual card. ATM card can only be used at ATM to withdraw money. This cannot be used at POS or for e-commerce. Plastic payment card, 85.62253.98. 1951. Franklin National Bank, USA introduced the first credit card. 1960. Magnetic strip card was used by local transit authority for rides of London Tube. 1970. Standardization of magnetic strip card. 1980. Using magnetic strip card for debit transaction using ATM and PIN at POS terminal. 1988. First debit transaction authorized by signature rather than PIN was processed. E-commerce transactions are known as card not present transactions, where only card number and other card detail, viz., CVV, validity, etc., is required to initiate payment, and no physical card need to be presented. Prepaid payment instrument, PPI, are instruments which facilitates purchase of goods and services, including financial services, against value stored in the instruments. Card-based banking requires back-end process of transaction process, clearing and settlement. Order of various stages of transaction lifecycle is authorization, clearing, settlement. In case of any recovery, bank cannot attach any property of a customer until a decree from court is obtained. Prepaid payment instrument, PPI, are of three types. 1. Closed system PPIs. These facilitate payment of goods and services of the issuer of the card. Example: card issued by particular restaurant or supermarket for use at only its own outlet. These do not permit cash withdrawal or redemption. 2. Semi-closed system PPIs. These facilitate payment of goods and services, including financial services, at a group of identified merchants which have specific contract with the issuer. Example: Sodexo. These do not permit cash withdrawal or redemption. 3. Open system PPIs. These facilitate payment of goods and services, including financial services, at any merchant. These also permit withdrawal at ATMs. These have bank linkage. Gift card is type of prepaid card. Prepaid cards are of two types. 1. Single-purpose cards, also known as closed-loop cards, designated to be used for a specific merchant and purpose. 2. Multi-purpose cards, also known as open-loop cards, like MasterCard. Gift and payroll card are multi-purpose cards. In prepaid card, the monetary value is lying in a deposit account linked at the bank end. In stored value card, the monetary value is stored in the card itself. Here, the card issuer is the service provider. Example: MetroCard. Charge card is like a credit card. In credit card, the user has to repay the entire outstanding amount or a part of the amount. But in the charge card, user has to repay the entire outstanding amount. PCI DSS, Payment Card Industry Data Security Standard. PCI DSS goal is to protect cardholder data and sensitive authentication data wherever it is processed, stored, or transmitted. The data stored on the magnetic strip or chip is called as full track data. GPRS, General Packet Radio Service. ISO IEC 7813 is an international standard codified by International Commission for Standardization and International Electro-Technical Commission that defines properties of financial transaction cards. Requirement related to PCI DSS are: install and maintain a firewall configuration to protect cardholders' data. Do not use vendor-supplied defaults for system password and other security measures. Protect cardholder data, information printed, processed, transmitted, or stored in any form. Protect stored cardholder data, sensitive authentication data. Encrypt transmission across open public networks. Maintain a vulnerability management program. process of systematically and continuously finding weakness in an entity's payment card infrastructure system. EMV, Europay, MasterCard, and Visa, three companies which created the technical standards of EMV. EMV standard were initially framed in 1993-94. Cards and terminals ATMs which accept EMV cards are known as EMV complaint. EMV cards can be verified against 1. Card content, issuer private key in card, without referring issuer switch or network switch. SDA method, static data authentication, enables offline payments. 2. Issuer level reference, DDA method, dynamic data authentication, online payments. 3. Combination of both, CDA method, combined data authentication, online method. The crypto engine creates one-time use cryptogram, carrying unique digital signature based on information on card. Both the merchant acquirer and payment brand authenticate EMV cryptogram, thus completing the transaction. In contactless transaction, both card and terminal needs to be NFC, near-field communication, compliant. NFC technology can exchange information at a proximity less than 10 cm. RFID, radio frequency identification. RFID can exchange data over longer distance than NFC and is also less secure. NFC-enabled cards and EMV-compliant cards have option of offline authorization. Card schemes are payment networks linked to payments card, of which financial institutions can become a member. Card schemes are of two types: open schemes, four-party scheme, merchant, acquirer, card scheme and issuer, and closed scheme, three-party scheme, merchant, acquirer, and card scheme. Card issuer authorizes transaction in four-party scheme. Open scheme payment network operates through system that connects financial institutions. Issuer of the card is known as issuer, and the financial institution whose POS is used by the merchant is called the acquirer. Closed-loop payment network payment services are provided directly to merchants and cardholders by the owner of the network without involving any third-party intermediaries. Profit, financial benefit, i.e. excess of revenue over cost. Profitability, indicator of continued viability of a business. Skimmer, device inserted in a card reader slot, which can copy card data when card is inserted for transaction. Phishing, illicit attempt to get information over email. Vishing, phishing over telephone.